After endangering his life and his baseball career, reliever Will McEnaney sought to make a comeback with the Cardinals. 40 years ago, on Feb. 1979, McEnaney signed a minor league contract with the Cardinals and was invited to their spring training camp. His fall from World Series hero with the Reds to Major League castoff was both rapid and stunning. Reds manager, Sparky Anderson twice entrusted McEnaney with clinching a World Series championship, and both times he delivered. McEnaney got the save in Game 7 of the 1975 World Series against the Red Sox and did it again in Game 4 of the 1976 World Series sweep of the Yankees. From those dizzying heights, McEnaney's partying lifestyle spun out of control until he crashed his car into a house on a winter night in Ohio. Championship performances. McEnaney was born and raised in Springfield, Ohio, near Dayton, and caught the attention of a Reds scout while pitching in an amateur summer league. A left-handed pitcher, he was chosen by the Reds in the 8th round of the 1970 draft and made his major league debut with them in 1974. In 1975, McEnaney, 23, had his best season, posting a 5-2 record with 15 saves and a 2.47 ERA for the National League champion Reds. In the 7-game World Series, he made 5 appearances totaling 6.2 innings and had a 2.70 ERA. In Game 7, with the Reds ahead, 4-3, in the 9th, McEnaney came in and retired 3 consecutive batters Juan Beniquez, Bob Montgomery and Carly Yastrzemski to seal the win and clinch the Reds' first World Series title since 1940. Box score. McEnaney was 2-6 with 7 saves and 4.85 ERA in 1976, but the Reds returned to the World Series and he again was stellar on the big stage. He pitched 4.2 scoreless innings over 2 appearances against the Yankees and earned saves in Game 3 and the decisive Game 4. Box score. After playing a prominent role in the success of the Big Red Machine, McEnaney was surprised and disheartened when 2 months later, on deck. 1976, he and slugger Tony Perez were traded to the Expos for pitchers Woody Freeman and Dale Murray. One reason the Reds dealt McEnaney is, they didn't care for his lifestyle, Seabrook of the Dayton Daily News reported. Troubled times. Facing an array of personal problems and demons, McEnaney was 3-5 with 3 saves and a 3.95 ERA for the 1977 Expos. In March 1978, he was traded to the Pirates and was demoted to the minors 2 months later. When the Pirates told him they didn't intend to put him on their major league roster in 1979, McEnaney requested and received his release, forfeiting the last year of a guaranteed $90,000 contract. Will carried the weight of the world on his shoulders and seemed about to crack up, Burrick wrote in his Dayton Daily News column. In pre-dawn hours of Deck 7, 1978, 2 months after the Pirates released him, McEnaney was injured in a one-car crash in Springfield, Ohio. The Ohio Highway Patrol said McEnaney's Mercedes went out of control on a curve and slammed into a house, the Dayton Daily News reported. McEnaney was cited for reckless driving. He sliced a tear duct gland in the accident and underwent eye surgery. I almost lost my sight, or my life, McEnaney said to Hal McCoy of the Dayton Daily News. I was going 50 miles per hour when I slid into that house. Right then I had a direct conversation with God and he said he would give me one more chance. It was time to straighten up my act, quit fooling around and take baseball seriously. Regarding a carousing lifestyle, McEnaney said, I had a problem, a deep problem, feeling groovy. Cardinals general manager John Claiborne was willing to give McEnaney, 27, a chance to rebuild his career. When he reported to spring training at St. Petersburg, Florida, in 1979, McEnaney told Rick Hummel of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch he was committed to changing his ways. I haven't been a disciplined person, McEnaney said. It's a heck of a thing to admit to yourself you've got a problem. McEnaney pitched well in spring training but the Cardinals sent him to their farm club in Springfield, Illinois. He had a 2.08 ERA in 7 appearances for Springfield when he was called up to the Cardinals in May 1979. Rejuvenated, McEnaney posted an .90 ERA in 11 appearances in June 1979. "I'm a groove," he said. "I'd forgotten what it felt like to be in that kind of groove." In late June, a man on trial on aggravated murder charges in Hamilton, Ohio, testified in court he sold cocaine to McEnaney, the Dayton Daily News reported. McEnaney told the Post-Dispatch the allegation was totally false, and Claiborne said, after talking to Will, "I am satisfied he was not involved." McEnaney had a .60 ERA in 12 appearances in July 1979 and gave up a grand slam to Ray Knight of the Reds on July 19. A highlight of McEnaney's season was his performance against the Pirates. He had an .93 ERA in 5 appearances against the 1979 National League champions. His best outing was on Sept. 6, 1979, when he pitched 4 scoreless innings to earn a save in an 8-6 Cardinals victory over the Pirates at St. Louis. 8 of the 12 outs McEnaney recorded were groundouts. Box score: "I felt confident nobody was going to hit one out of the ballpark because I had excellent location on my pitches," McEnaney said. After Willie Stargell made the last out, Cardinals catcher Ted Simmons went to the mound and embraced McEnaney, who also got congratulations from infielders Ken Wrights, Gary Templeton, Ken Oberkfell and Keith Hernandez. Wright said to McEnaney, "Way to pick us up." McEnaney finished with an 0-3 record, 2 saves and a .95 ERA in 45 appearances for the Cardinals in 1979. In February 1980, McEnaney filed for salary arbitration. After being paid $40,000 in 1979, he wanted $125,000 in 1980. The Cardinals offered $65,000 and an arbitrator ruled in their favor. A month later, on March 31, 1980, the Cardinals released McEnaney. Hernandez called it the surprise of the spring. Outfielder Dane Iorg said, "I thought he had the club made." By cutting McEnaney before April 1, the Cardinals had to pay him 1/6 of his salary, about $11,000, rather than the full amount. "I don't think I was cut for a lack of ability," McEnaney said to United Press International. "I think it was guaranteed contracts that sent me on my way." McEnaney pitched in the farm systems of the Yankees and Rangers, and in Mexico, but never got back to the big leagues.